Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Esli from inkeandthebrain, and today I am so excited to share this with you all. This is the Life in Apples, the Wellness Planner. I wanted to share a look into this because I recently shared a kind of flip of how I set up my health and wellness journal. I will put a link to that up above, but that is basically a Hobonichi where I put little squares every day. Like I draw out my day and kind of divide it into sections exactly of what I need to track and things like that. However, this is something that's already set up for you. So if you like the idea of having a health and wellness journal, but you don't want to have to do what I do where you kind of map out your day every single day, this is perfect. And I really like this planner. I bought this actually a while ago, before I started journaling, like doing my health journal in my Hobonichi. But then I just realized I liked my own setup in my Hobonichi that just currently fits my needs a little bit better. This is something I'm still hanging on to though, because I do think that one day I will use it. I don't know, sometimes, especially with health planner, like wellness, weight loss, kind of things like that, sometimes having a fresh new thing really does help and is motivational. So if I ever feel like I'm kind of sliding off track with my Hobonichi, then this is something I'll reach for. But this is, like I said, the Life in Apples Wellness Planner. I got this on Amazon. I don't remember the price because it was a while ago that I purchased it, so I'm thinking it was somewhere around $20 to $25. It will, however, be linked down below. It is kind of a hardbound book. It's not like a super hardcover though. It does have a little bit of give to it, but it's definitely not floppy. And it does have an elastic in the back here. I just have it tucked under here. Let me move this so that you can see. So it does close in on itself with the elastic band in the back. Let me take this off so that y'all can see. The cover here is pretty plain. It does have their Apple logo very lightly embossed in the front, nothing on the sides, and then it does say Life in Apples on the back. Again, it's just like a blind emboss. It does not, you can barely see that. So it is very discreet as well, if this is something you want to toss in your bag and keep with you. It is pretty large. It's not super small, but it's not, I mean, I would say it's like a standard size journal size. Probably, I'm assuming it's like a 5x7 or 5x8, like somewhere in that range. I don't have a ruler here though, so I'm not sure. Alright, so in the front here, also it is an undated planner. I did want to mention that. So you can pick this up at any time. I wanted to share this with you all right at the end of the year here because I know a lot of us have a lot of weight loss or wellness goals for the new year, when a lot of people kind of start making changes in their lives. So I wanted to share this with y'all now, but it is undated. So it starts off here, it just has, your contents. It does give you, in the beginning here, it's a little mindset section. So it's going to give you some guidelines. It's also going to give you kind of little motivations. So it says setting short-term goals, and it gives you kind of how to accomplish that, experiencing accomplished, specific and measurable. It tells you how to set up those specific short-term goals. It goes into a little daily motivation section, which again, it kind of tells you how to do that. Has universal wellness elements. Again, these are just general rules. So an active lifestyle makes you healthier and happier. Eat lots of vegetables and fruits, things that aren't I mean, this isn't new profound information, but it is helpful to have reminders, I think, to be able to see. Then it does give you a how to use this planner. But I'm going to get into the planner itself. I really like this page. So this is a promise to myself. It says day and date, and then it says, I will create this change because it is important for me too. And then it gives you a place for you to fill that in. And then it says, I am prepared for this change and I commit to working with this planner to accomplish my goals. And then a place for you to sign. So it's like a little contract for yourself, which I think is really great. I had never thought about doing that until I saw this, and I just think that's such a good idea. This is actually when you have something that you sign, something tangible, I feel like that does make a difference. So especially for us planner people, right? And then we have a my goals section, so it gives you space to write out 5 different goals, a date when you're going to accomplish that goal by, or when you hope to accomplish it, and then the steps that you're going to take to achieve that goal. Then it goes into your daily and weekly planner. So basically the rest of the journal is like this, with the exception of a few pages in the back, and I'll get to those in a second. But this is your daily spread. So every day it comes with this 2-page spread. So it starts with date and time, or I'm sorry, day and date. Then the very first thing here, it has a gratitude box. So I am grateful for. Then it does have 3 lines. So either you can write, you know, a couple of sentences, or you can do like little bullet points and put 3 things you're grateful for. I personally currently am keeping a gratitude journal in a Hobonichi Weeks, and this is what I do. I just put like 3 kind of dots, and I just list out 3 things I'm grateful for that day. Then it has a space for daily affirmation, which I think is really great. Again, it's not something I currently do, but it's something that I'm reminded to do by this planner. It's definitely great to have an affirmation, a daily affirmation. And again, it gives you 3 lines, so you can either do, you know, like a big long sentence, or a couple of bullet points if you want to have, you know, more than one thing. Then it has here active day. It says exercise, workouts, and opportunities to keep active today. So if you know, say it's a day that you are gonna be at home, like say for example, I could write my opportunities to be active today are to take my dog out for a walk. You know, I could maybe do some yoga in the living room by myself, or things like that. So you can kind of think about your day, focus on what you could do that day, like what opportunity. For example, deep cleaning. You know, deep cleaning something is a workout. If you know something needs to be deep cleaned, if you're gonna scrub your tub for a super long time today, that could be your opportunity for some movement, for some activity. So again, it gives you some points here, and it has, I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's very, very faint, but it has little boxes here so you can check off. So in the morning, you can sit down with this journal, write down what your opportunities are for that day to work out, and then, you know, at night or the next morning, did you actually accomplish them? You can check that off in the little box here. And then it does have a notes section. So this says today's priorities, to do special events. I think that it is great that it has this. I think that not a lot of planners, especially in the realm of just like a wellness planner, have a section like this where it says, you know, special events. For example, if you have a birthday that day, you know, a special, say, potluck at work, or whatever it may be, you can write that down here, because that could affect a lot of these things. So I think that's really great. Or also, just if you have some important to-dos that you may have in your general planner, but you want to make sure you don't forget about it, you can put that here. So I like that. That's just like a little extra space, a little, you know, something to be able to step away from it just being a wellness journal, or something that may affect your wellness that isn't already covered in these things. It's a great little spot to put that. Then at the bottom, I really love this section. This just, it really made me think. So it says universal wellness elements. Are you getting enough sunlight and air, water, nutrients, joy and fun, and sleep? I feel like so many times we think of, you know, sleep. Am I getting enough sleep? Am I getting enough water? Am I getting enough nutrients? You know, am I eating greens? Things like that. But I don't often think of sunlight and air, and I know that's probably maybe a strange thing, but it isn't something that I think of often. I work from home. I spend so much time at home that sometimes I do get very, very cabin feverish, and you know, if I gave myself more time to step outside during the sunlight, you know, that could be changed and affected. So I think that's great that it has this. And then how great that it has joy and fun. Because again, I feel like it's not something we often think about. You know, so many times we don't think about ourselves, right? We think about others' wellness first before our own. And how great that it has this. Like, are you getting enough joy and fun for yourself to really complete your wellness. So I just think that's such a great touch. And then on this side, it just has a space for you to put your meals. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. You can list them here. How I personally write a few of you have asked me what I've been doing for weight loss. I just count calories. I use my Fitness Pal to track everything that I eat, and I try to watch my carb intake. So try to limit breads and try to limit, in my case, tortillas. I'm Hispanic. Tortillas usually go with every meal. Try to limit that. Things like that. So I personally, like when I write my meals, I write down what I eat, and then I write down the calorie count, and then I add that up. So I think this is really great. This would personally work perfect for me if I was currently using this book, because I have plenty of space to write all of that. I like that the boxes are pretty substantial, so you can, I sometimes write down like all the sides that I eat and how much of it I eat, because counting calories, you have to weigh your food, you have to measure your food, things like that. So this is great. They're very large boxes. And then it has a space here on a scale from 1 to 5. How was today and how well did you follow the plan? So it has here 1 through 5. You can circle how your day went. Again, I think that's so great. It's a nice reflection. I think this is something that would be great if you give yourself a couple of minutes to use in the morning and then at night to kind of fill those things in, really reflect on your day. And then it has a little thing here that says, what could be improved tomorrow? So it gives you a deadline. What could be improved tomorrow? Again, I like that, because it's not just saying what could be improved. I feel like them just adding that tomorrow makes a difference to this. And you have a little space to write that down here. Then you do have a quote at the bottom. There is a different quote on every single day of the week. And then at the end of the week, you have a kind of wrap up here. So it says weekly review. And again, this is a page that you can visit throughout the week, because there is also a habit tracker here. But let me start on in order here. So again, date and time, and then it has successes and wins. So somewhere for you to write, hey, what did I do well this week? It says people and things that helped me have a healthier week. So I think that's great too. If someone in your family or a friend, somebody, gave you some encouragement, write that down, remember it, have a chance to process that, be grateful for that. It says needs improvement. Again, what pitfalls to avoid? How can you be healthier next week? What can you do different? Just some reflection. And then insights and lessons. What have you learned about yourself this week? Again, such a great little true inner reflection. I feel like I lack a lot in that aspect. I tend to be very, in my journal, if you've seen that, my health and wellness, it's really all just mostly just kind of facts. I write down if I have any symptoms, just so I can talk to my doctor about and things like that. But I don't take the time to really think what did I learn about myself? What did I, actual mindfulness of your body. I think it's great that this journal has that. Then it does have a space for you to do some habit tracking. Has 3 areas, so you can do 3 different habits here. And then it says track your progress towards your goals. So parameter this week and my goal. So I think that's really a great space as well to be setting weekly goals. And then just a general weekly notes pages. It does have some check boxes here. So if you do want to make them, maybe goals or just things you need to check off, you do have that here. But it is so light. That's another thing I really like about this journal. Do you see how light the lines are? They're not going to be bold in your face. I think it's easy to look at, easy to follow. The check boxes are there if you need them. You certainly don't have to. They're easy to ignore as well because they're so light. So again, I really love the setup of this journal. And then in the back here, like I said, the whole journal is like that. Date, time, every 1 spread per page. Or for 2 pages, and then the weekly wrap up the whole way through. And then at the very back, you have just a review page. So you do have, this is the back. So the review page here, it just says, I accomplished, and it tells you, look back, what are your biggest accomplishments? Again, some self-reflection here. And then I am committed. It gives you another chance to improve yourself through all this. If you complete this journal, what did you accomplish, but what can you do better? Because there's always room for improvement. And then it just has some note pages in the back. It doesn't have anything else, just a few kind of blank note pages, which I always appreciate. I think this would be a great space if you want to write down your measurements, if you measure yourself, you know, like your, like I measure my arms and my legs and my stomach, and I write that down monthly. I also, for example, take pictures of myself at the beginning of every month. That's how I've been tracking my weight loss. It's always really interesting to see. It's so hard to see on a day-to-day basis what you are actually accomplishing, but whenever you do it on a monthly basis, I feel like, especially for me with pictures, I say like, wow, I can actually see changes, whereas looking at myself in the mirror, I can't. So this could be a great space if you want to maybe do some journaling like that and add a couple of pictures of yourselves, the before and after. So you just have some blank space there. And then you do have a pocket, which I appreciate of any journal, because I like to use stickers, and I'm sure I would find a way to use stickers in here. So there's a nice place to keep them there and keep them handy. So that is it, y'all. This is, again, the Life in Apples Wellness Planner. It will be linked down below. I think this is great. I really, really like this journal. And if you're looking for something, again, that's maybe a little bit more clear-cut, more set up for you, not as a kind of open-ended as the system I'm currently using, then I think this is an amazing, amazing option. I don't know if you can find this elsewhere. Like I said, I just got it on Amazon, but I'm sure you can look into, you know, Google this company as well and see if there's, oh, lifeinapples.com. There you go. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you are on a wellness journey, a weight loss journey, whatever it is, let me know. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know how it's going. I would love to know. I need all the motivation and support that I can get. It's definitely been tough right now around the holidays. It's been very, very difficult. I don't expect that I'll be losing much, if any, weight this month, but it's okay. January is right around the corner, and we will definitely, you know, kick butt next month, and next year, next decade, all of that. So again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to stick around. If you are not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and hit the like button if you enjoyed. It does help my channel grow, and I would really, really appreciate that. And again, I'll talk to y'all very, very soon. Bye, everyone.